Well, hello there. What about you, ladies and gentlemen, and those who are not so sure? Cass Piper Cassidy here from the kitchen with the cows. So, Saturday night fever, Saturday night. Thought I'd have a lovely pipe, and I wanted to come on and thank a special friend of mine. I consider him a friend anyway, John Pounder, Deal Pipe. He was on a Zoom with myself and a few other piping enthusiast YTPC members, and he knew that I had been admiring Morta pipes, and he asked had I pulled the trigger on one yet. I said no, but I've seen one, and we talked about it for a while, and then he said, I want to send you a pipe. I've got one. I don't smoke it, and you must have it. He practically twisted my arm. I was forced into it. No, he's a very kind gentleman, is John, and this is what he sent me. It's a mortar pipe, so as mentioned, it is made of bog oak. Now, the interesting thing about these pipes, if you didn't know, is that bog oak is a material that is found, hence the name, in peat bogs. And the way that the material is formed, it's basically halfway to coal, to becoming charcoal. It's oak wood, so oak trees that have fallen into the water, and then somewhere between 1,000 and 8,000. They say that the darker the oak is, the older it is, but it could be up to 5,000 or 6,000 years old usually. So the oak tree falls in the water, and this particular type of water that's found in bog oaks is very acidic, and there is very little to no oxygen in the water, which means that there's no chance for the material to decay in the traditional sense. So it starts to basically fossilize. It starts to swap out the natural oils and saps and stuff within the wood, and it makes it an exchange through means of osmosis with the water for the acidic, strange qualities of the acidic, horrible bog water. So a few thousand years later, and you've got this wood, which is extremely hard to work with. First of all, you have to find it, then you have to get it out, and then you have to dry it out, and that has to be done under controlled conditions, very slowly. Then, apparently, only about 1% of the wood is suitable for making pipes. And then, if you use your traditional woodworking tools on this material, it will blunt them. That's how strong it is. So many pipe makers are actually very reluctant, and quite rightly so, if they're using woodworking tools to work with Morta pipes, to work with Morta as a material for pipes. John, Dale Pipe, you're a great guy. Thank you very much. I have so the wood has smoking qualities of a meerschaum, basically. It's all the good things about a meerschaum, and also if you drop it, it's not going to shatter. It doesn't ghost, and you can smoke multiple times a day. You don't need a cake on it. You ream it out often. And when I first smoked it, I smoked some Bosun plug, and I thought I was smoking Coniston cut plug. I swore that I'd got my tobacco mixed up, and I definitely smoked Coniston, which leads me to the fact that I was tasting things in Bosun plug, which I am very familiar with. I was tasting things that I hadn't tasted before, which is, it was like I was smoking a brand spanking new Meerschaum. So, John, thanks. This is going to be treasured for many, many, many years, as long as I'm alive. So, thank you. But also, he sent me a very generous helping sample of Peter Heinrich's Curly Block. Curly Block is a Virginia Perique, which has lots of depth. It's been described as St. James Flake on steroids by the man himself. He actually used the word speed, but I've heard other people say it's like St. James Flake on steroids. So I'm a big fan of St. James Flake. It's one of my favorite vapors, and I've been smoking this. This is maybe the 4th time now I've smoked the Curly Block, and I really, really, really enjoy it. So, without further ado, let's have a quick look at the Curly Block then, shall we? Have a look at the way it, presentation, etc. Okay. Once again, thank you to John Pounder for the wonderful pipe and this Peter Heinrich's Curly Block, which is a Virginia Perique, and it comes in this great big rope. Sorry about the lighting here, guys, could be a bit better, but as you can see, it's a great big rope type sausage, any kind of, yeah, it's very phallic, I'm sure, when it's in its entirety. I would like to see that. Apparently you ordered this in a minimum of 250 grams. I think this is about 50 grams. Very generous, John. So a big salami you would have to buy. Ordered from Germany. So I'm just cutting the slices off, and it's quite actually surprisingly easily rubbed out. I might use the grinder, here it is, just to, yeah, get it into even blocks, but it's not just Goldilocks, I'd say, the moisture content, Goldilocks. Fantastic. Thank you folks for watching. Hope you enjoy the rest of the first impressions, and speak to you later. I just thought I'd show you the consistency that the grinder will very quickly make plug tobacco. It's like a crumble cake. They're, like a already crumbled out crumble cake. Here's a closer look at the Big Ben pipe as well. Let's see, the lighting isn't great, guys. Sorry, let me come around this way. Look at it. I've cleaned it up. I've done everything to it apart from the salt and alcohol treatment, really. But I've got it really shined up. Some nice grain there. But there's a look at the eBay find. The Big Ben Bulldog. It's a Royal, what are they called? Royal... Big Ben Royal. It's just the name of the range. Sorry. Big Ben Royal. Don't know if you can see that. But it's a really good looking pipe. I think you'll agree. And yeah, let's hope it smokes as well. I mean, I was going to use the Morta pipe again. You can apparently smoke it multiple times a day like a Meerschaum, but I've also read other articles that say actually no, you shouldn't smoke it. Well, folks, this pipe really does the vapors justice, especially ones as complex as Peter Heinrich's Curly Block. The Virginias are very kind of sweet, but kind of like aged sweetness, like a stewed fruit. The curly block can be ordered from Germany, but apparently you have to order a minimum of 250 grams of it, so it comes like a wee fat sausage, I'd say, a nice length. But this is one of John's favourites, and I can see why. It is like a St. James flake on speed. You're right. But anyway, just wanted to come on and say hello, really, Saturday night. I hate wearing this, so it means I can't do this easily. But it's a really beautiful pipe. It reminds me of a, what do you call those, a mallard duck? The little collar and the downy kind of dark greeny color reminds me of a mallard duck, yeah. Very nice. Let's have a look, or sorry, let's have a word from our sponsors. Haven't had that in a while. That was me playing ball with Yoop the other day. Being quite a friendly boy, wasn't he? There's not much else to talk about, really. I do have a guest. I didn't have any idea of a guest, and recently spoke with Mel Garbage Piper, who was interested in coming on to the Zoom chat, so it's happening. Hopefully this Friday, next Friday, yeah, coming Friday. I believe he started making pipes, so I'll have to talk to him about that, how he's doing that, how it's going. This is quite a heavy pipe, so I don't know if it's a clencher. It is still light enough. I think it's about 55 grams or something. It certainly does the Virginias justice. I've only really been smoking Virginias in it so far. I think I'd like to try some Kentuckys and stuff in it too. You can smoke anything in it, it won't ghost, apparently. Oh yeah, another thing, I've asked Carl to forward me on some Germain's number 7 blend, which John and Carl have reviewed and were disgusted with. I believe Carl's exact words were, "It's like sucking on a badger's tit." That's a terrible accent, but I think he said that, yeah, it's like sucking on a badger's tit. And he's been there and he's done that. Like, you can tell by looking at the guy, can't you? I'm only raking you, Carl. I love you, mate. Because I really think that I might like it. Some people on tobaccoreviews.com describe it as being like red wine with chocolate. That sounds right up my street, but other people have said that it's like boot polish and badger's tit. Who knows? I'll give anything a try. Very nice. Very nice. I might actually, I probably might order some. I wouldn't mind ordering 250 grams of it because I know I would smoke it or send some out as well. But yeah, great pipe. Thank you, John. I hope you enjoyed the little package I sent you as a small token of my thanks. And I hope to speak with you. On one of our little Zooms with the guys sooner rather than later. And all you folks out there, I hope you're having a good weekend. It's Mother's Day tomorrow in the UK. So I'll be going to Mummy's and helping her eat some food, I'm sure. But yeah, not really doing much tonight. I was on a Zoom last night with an old friend who turned 40. 40-year-old birthday Zoom party with a lot of old friends, and the guy, the birthday boy, was so drunk that he had to abandon it and go and be sick and then have a lie down for an hour. But the Zoom was still going, and he was able to rejoin. Some of our a friend who had moved to Australia joined in the chat. He had got up early. It was like 6 a.m. in the morning. He got up for the Zoom, and his mate, who he'd got up for, was passed out in bed, drunk. But no, I won't name any names, but you know who you are. It was hilarious. Yeah. Makes me glad I don't drink anymore. Because I was that guy. I was that guy. But I hope you're having a great weekend. And for those of you in the UK, say hello to your mammies from Cass Piper Cassidy. And have a great week. Cheers, toodle pip.